Ladies and gentlemen, it's tag team time here in Rumble Wrestling. Oh, baby. Time for your penultimate matchup from Thanet. It is, of course, TWA. Mark Trew and Kieron Lacey returning as a tag team to face the Bryant Brothers here with referee Anton Green in the rather unfavourable position of trying to keep all four young men under control here. This Thanet audience demanding that Mark Trew take his hat off. Well, Mark Trew is quite literally one of the most talented young men on the circuit, as are all four men in this ring, of course. Mark Trew and Kieron Lacey, one of the most devastating and underappreciated tag teams in all of British wrestling, and a little bit of posturing going on here. Mark Trew and Kieron Lacey imploring the Bryant Brothers to take to the ropes and see if they can garnish a better reaction than TWA have at this juncture. And that's exactly why, because it's Pearl Harbor time, and Kieron Lacey and Mark Trew laying the forearms and the boots to the Bryant Brothers, Nino and Xander. And of course, Xander, the younger brother of Nino Bryan, who is the current Mal Mason British lightweight champion here in Rumble Wrestling, one of the most prestigious belts in all of professional wrestling. And there's a quick tag, and this is something you're going to have to enjoy and just sit back and relax with. Fluidity within tag team wrestling, and as the pace is going to quicken. That will favour both teams, but particularly the Bryant Brothers and Xander Bryan, quicker than a hiccup. The hidden gem of professional wrestling, building up ahead of steam. Drop kicks the legs out from Mark Trew and just lays in another drop kick right across the face. And amazingly, the hat is still on. I don't know how that's possible, but Mark Trew defies all physics, as we know, as he tags in Kieron Lacey, who builds up ahead of steam and gets the roundabout from Xander. Now Xander, brilliantly, oh, look at this, the fluidity, the knowledge, the Matrix-like abilities of the Bryant Brothers on full display. And now Nino Bryan with a European uppercut in the ring. Honestly, the things that these young men can do beggar belief. They really are the future of professional wrestling, all four of them, but of course here at Rumble Wrestling, especially the Bryant Brothers. Tag team fluidity, tag team maneuvers are plenty, and quick tags in and out. Another European uppercut by Nino Bryan, and the speed at which these two men tag in and out and chain moves together, honestly, leaves, well, frankly, it leaves everybody breathless, much less myself, ladies and gentlemen. Stick roundhouse there for Nino Bryan, and again, there's a tag, as we spoke about, and the Bryant Brothers in complete control at the early point of this matchup, and Kieron Lacey really getting worn out in the corner. Lovely floating drop kick from Xander Bryan there, takes him right into the back body drop from Nino, and then springboards off the ropes with a big splash and a beautiful triple combination from the Bryant Brothers. Honestly, if you're wondering who these young men are, trust me, wonder no more. The Bryant Brothers, the true future of professional wrestling, I can guarantee you, for the next 20 to 25 years, these two, as well as Mark Trew and Kieron Lacey, as we said, TWA, they are going to be all over the wrestling radar, anywhere you like. And lovely little technique there, the Marshall wrap up of the arm and just snapping that arm away. And poor Kieron Lacey is completely trapped here, nowhere to go, left arm isolated, and Nino Bryan having a little bit of fun at his expense, and Kieron Lacey using that smart ring awareness to get his foot on the ropes. And now it's Xander Bryan, of course, back in the ring, legal tags, of course, and Anton Green is going to have a hard time keeping track of who's in and out in this matchup at the best of times. Mark Trew seems to be extraordinarily vocal there on the outside. A young man with a big mouth, but an even bigger talent for professional wrestling. But right now he's watching his tag partner, Kieron Lacey, get worked over in the gallows of the Bryant Brothers estate. And now look at the strength of Nino Bryan. I swear down, every single time we see him, he gets stronger, despite his somewhat diminutive size compared to a lot of his opponents that are stiff roundhouse there, and he's really developed a mean streak during his rivalry with Tate Mayfair's, of course, which is world renowned, and you can see all of that on the Rumble Wrestling YouTube channel. And oh man, a malfunction in the junction there. Kieron Lacey was able to create some separation, drive Nino into his partner, and now Nino Bryant once again has the upper hand, goes up for the tornado. Oh, wait a minute. Mark Trew illegally getting involved in this matchup, giving Kieron Lacey the opportunity to take out Nino. And now, look out, that's the legal man, Xander Bryant, rolling up Kieron Lacey from behind. But Nino Bryant has been dumped to the outside. And again, Mark Trew interjecting himself. And that gives Kieron Lacey the opportunity to cheap shot Xander Bryant. And now Mark Trew is going to dispatch Nino Bryant on the outside of the ring post. You may not like it, but this is what tag team wrestling is built around, isolating your opponent in your corner, and a beautiful combination European uppercut.
Hell yeah!
Mark Trew goes over the top, and the bucket hat withstands the punishment still. And oh wow, Xander was looking to build up a head of steam, and that bucket hat came into fruition there as he went into the midsection, and a beautiful stalling suplex. And now the hat is off. And Mark Trew retrieving his fashionable accessory and reapplying. Mark Trew, you know what? He's got a big mouth, but he can back it up. His ability as a wrestler is astonishing, as is Kieron Lacey's, and the Bryant Brothers are going to have it all to do to temper this mentality and that vicious streak, that mean streak that you saw right there. And Mark Trew extremely happy with his handiwork up until this point, at least. We haven't seen much of Mark Trew and Kieron Lacey in the Rumble Wrestling ring recently. Of course, Mark Trew and Kieron Lacey have been really owning their craft as singles wrestlers, jettisoning themselves around the country. Now a huge backbreaker, my God, almost broke the younger Bryant brother in half, and understandably Nino, his older brother, is extremely concerned on the outside, looking to rally his younger brother, and you think they have literally lived their entire wrestling lives together up until this point, and even so, their younger brother still, Leyland, at tender age of just 15, made his debut here at Rumble Wrestling a number of months back, still working hard in the dojo. Right now, no doubt, highly concerned like the rest of us. And look at this, Kieron Lacey taking liberties, biting at the arm of Xander Bryant. And Nino Bryant is starting to get a real mean streak building up out there. And he's looking very tetchy, very aggressive. And now Anton Green, while being distracted by Kieron Lacey, is not privy to what's going on in the other corner. And Mark Trew is having liberties with Xander Bryant. And oh yeah, Kieron Lacey's really feeling himself right now. And Nino Bryant finding it hard to contain himself, and a big splash. Nino Bryant has to stay in his corner, and just a 2 count, and Nino cannot get sucked into the emotional game of TWA, because if he does, then that's going to leave Xander right for the pickings. And there, you saw it right there, a cheap shot from Kieron Lacey, and understandably, Nino Bryant back in the ring, wants a slice of Kieron Lacey, and Anton Green admonishing him for it. And while that's going on, TWA double team in the corner, taking full advantage of the distraction. I don't exactly know why Mark Trew feels the need to show Anton Green his hat, but any method to the madness is alright with TWA. Irish whip out of the corner. And again, Kieron Lacey picks up Xander with ease. The strength and the power of this young man, and a backbreaker. And now the cover and just a 2 count. And Kieron Lacey, as to be said, has built himself up to an extraordinary level. You'd never seen this young man in the first time. He had all the tools, all the skills, but now he's got the mean strength and the body to build on it, and just driving it into the back of poor Xander's neck. And Xander Bryant is in extremely bad waters right now. It's very choppy out here on Margate. I mean, the weather's choppy enough. The weather is playing havoc with our time here, although that has not stopped our magnificent army of fans coming out to support us. And now things are about to get real serious, because Mark Trew has handed the hat over to Kieron Lacey as he whips Xander Bryant off the ropes. And oh wow, look at that! Big aeroplane tilt-a-whirl head scissors, and he finishes it off. Mark Trew turned inside out. the debilitating nature of that aeroplane head scissors, ladies and gentlemen. I apologise for that. Oh man. Now, look at this. Oh, look out. Anton Green once again being distracted. And Nino Bryant had the tag. It was a legal tag, but ultimately Anton Green cannot call what he doesn't see. As far as he's concerned, Nino Bryant has entered the ring illegally. And now Mark Trew has a cover on Xander Bryant and just a 2 count. And you can see in the expression in the eye of, oh wow, that beautiful floating scissor kick from Mark Trew. The only thing more deadly than his mouth is his athleticism, ladies and gentlemen. And every single time it seems like Nino Bryant has the opportunity to finally build some momentum on behalf of the Bryant Brothers, he's cut off of the pass, courtesy of some shenanigans. And now Xander Bryant is in fight or flight mode, and a beautiful standing off the back of Mark Trew and delivering a beautiful flying senton. And now Mark Trew looking to stop Xander Bryant, who's just an inch away from tagging his partner, and Enziguri. Can Xander finally tag his brother? Yes, he can. Here comes the British lightweight champion Nino Bryant, and he is all kinds of fired up here at Rumble Wrestling as he's taking it to TWA. Ducks under a beautiful headbutt right into the midsection, and now just look at the power driving Mark Trew into the corner. Lefts and rights just teeing off, and ducks under quicker than a hiccup is Nino Bryant, and Kieron Lacey flattening his own partner, and now driven into the other corner, and Nino Bryant is going to build up a head of steam. Corner to corner, European uppercuts and a gorgeous stalling suplex in the corner, and again, and Brian Danielson will be proud of those ones, and a beautiful Pele right across the face of Mark Trew. Ducks under Kieron Lacey, and now potentially looking for a tornado DDT. Oh my God, Kieron Lacey's head was spiked into the canvas, and now Nino Bryant catches Mark Trew, a flapjack into the corner, and Xander looks to have recouped enough to get the tag. What in God's name are they looking for here? A driving knee lift. Oh my God, and Nino Bryant didn't quite get everything he wanted from that. A springboard flying headbutt, but enough to make contact, and Mark Trew looks to be in serious trouble right now as Xander lifts him up for a suplex into the power slam position, an inverted power slam by Nino Bryant. And both young men have the cover, and the Bryant Brothers pick up a magnificent and frenetic win here at Rumble.